Lyle Hall. I'm the general manager of Heavy Iron Studios, who's the developer of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. This game is going to be out on PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. It will be out in the fall of 2003, so hopefully October. In our SpongeBob Bikini Bottom game, Battle for Bikini Bottom, you can play up to 3 characters, both SpongeBob and Patrick, and then we've also included Sandy Cheeks, who's his squirrel friend. There are 9 different levels for you to play through. Each consists of about 3 or 4 different areas, including some sub-bosses and some boss monsters. We have 3 sub-bosses, 3 boss monsters on top of that. Again, 3 playable characters, each with their own unique moves. A lot of the levels are from in fact, all the levels are from the show. We've got Jellyfish Fields, which is one of the main areas from the show. We've got downtown Bikini Bottom. We've got Goo Lagoon, the Dutchman's Graveyard. Some of the things that's really cool about the game is we've got these really great cutscenes with the actual characters, and the dialogue has been recorded using the actual stars from the show. So here you have Squidward here being chased by jellyfish, and he's running. So basically, your job as SpongeBob and his friends in this game is, one day you're at home playing with Patrick and thinking about how cool it would be to have your own army of real robots to play with, because playing with fake robots isn't as fun. And so what you guys come up with this great idea. SpongeBob comes with this great idea where he's going to take this little toy robot and he's going to stick it into a magic wishing shell, and he's going to wish for a real army of robots. Meanwhile, at the same time, Plankton, sort of Bikini Bottom's, arch nemesis, if you will, he's concocting another one of his diabolical plans to take over the world and steal the Krabby Patty formula, which he always seems to be after. And he comes with this idea of inventing a real army of robots that work underneath his control that he can take and use to take control over Bikini Bottom. Now, Plankton, in his grand scheming, of course, forgets to throw the Obey Me switch before he turns on the duplication switch, and he ends up with an army of robots that run amok through Bikini Bottom, don't listen to him, and end up destroying, all of the world and all of the town. So SpongeBob, when he wakes up in the morning, thinks that this is his fault because he had wished for an army of robots. So therefore, he takes, guilt in that and responsibility in terms of saving the world and fixing, this army of robots that's run amok in Bikini Bottom. We've got some great cutscenes, like I said, using the actual voiceover actors from the TV show. We've got, I think, over 12 characters from the cast of the show. All the favorites are there. Like I said, the playable characters are SpongeBob, Sandy Cheeks, and Patrick. But we do have characters like Mr. Krabs, Squidward, Mrs. Puff, Plankton, of course, Larry the Lobster, and a whole host of other characters from the show as well. Let's see. Some of the other unique features of the game that are pretty cool, besides the unique moves that SpongeBob and the other different playable characters have, is we have this thing called the underwear bungee. And SpongeBob can find these hooks throughout the world, and he can attach his underwear to the back of them and use the underwear as a bungee jump. And he's got to collect shiny objects and keys and coins and stuff like that. Here, I'm showing Patrick can actually pick up and throw things, unlike the other characters that usually can only bash things. So the last mechanic that we have that is really pretty unique to this game is what we call our tongue boarding. And that's actually taken from the show. There was an episode where Sandy, his buddy Sandy Cheeks, actually goes snowboarding or shellboarding on her last day before hibernation because she's a squirrel, so she has to hibernate. So she teaches SpongeBob how to shellboard, but SpongeBob doesn't want to ride in the shell. He wants to go out down the mountain some other way, so he decides that he's going to use his tongue. We think we got a really great reaction from people when they see him stick out his tongue and go sliding down the mountain, licking left and right, and doing his double turns and his twists and stuff like that. So I think we're really offering a very, very varied experience with a lot of different things for the player to do, keep his attention. Different player characters, lots of different mechanics, different things to interact with in the world, all set in the familiar setting of Bikini Bottom.